Interstate 29 on the west side of the state, northbound, heading up to Sioux City, Iowa for the night. Mr. Jack Warmke, how you doing, sir? Nope, you don't see too many Macs on the road. I think I maybe see 1 or 2 at most per day. Don't really see a lot of them. Unless you're counting dump trucks and, you know, cement trucks. I see, you know, that's where you're going to see more Macs, at least in my experience. But I've seen maybe this past week, maybe 3. Well, I am really enjoying driving the Peterbilt 389. I still prefer the look of the Kenworth W900. I drove the Kenworth T680. I enjoyed that truck. That was pretty decent. I drove a 2016 Volvo 670, I believe it was. Didn't care for that at all. Did not care for that truck at all. But the biggest thing is I get to drive a manual. I hate driving automatics. That's number 1. I don't care what it is. If it's got an automatic, I'm not going to like it. One, I get to drive a classic, you know, long hood style truck, 18 speed. I mean, the only downside to this truck, the sleeper isn't long enough. That's the only real thing that I am down on. The sleeper isn't long enough. 2, my company will not let me modify, cut, or drill into the cabinetry that's in the truck, so there you go. Hey, Mr. Lee, Mr. Nathaniel Lee, how you doing, sir? Sorry I dropped out earlier, just middle of nowhere, Kansas. You know, the signal's not that great, so it's a little bit better here in Iowa, so we should have no problems for a while. Excuse me. So I-29 for the rest of the day. I've got another 40 miles to go to E Park. We already have a spot reserved for us, so no worry about parking. I've had really no problems with the trucks. This is the second 389 I've driven. The first one, the only problem with it was it got damaged so bad they had to replace it. Mr. TJ Jones, the bull of the woods. Dodge City. How you doing, sir? Wow. $1,100 to repair an AC. Yeah, I'm sure that was real enjoyable to spend that kind of money. Jimmy Jack. That's why I'm still a company driver. I don't worry about that. I don't worry about that. I've not had any problem with the Packard. I've not really had a problem with this Cummins X15 I got. The only problem I ever really had with an engine is with the DEF system on the Volvo. 2016 Volvo DD13 or D13 Volvo engine. The problem with that truck was if the DEF fluid got down to about a quarter tank, it would throw all kinds of codes and say you need to do a regen. If you go through the process, do a regen, it wouldn't let you because you didn't meet the qualifications. So you had to put it back in the shop. They had to pull it apart, rebuild it, reset the computer. I was down maybe 3 or 4 times because of that. Ooh, look at it. Yeah, for a piece of freaking plastic, $800. Ridiculous. Well, I would like that. I mean, I would go a little bit more than a C15 or 16. I go back to a CN6. I go to a CN6 before I went to a C15 or 16. A little bit more mechanical than that. I saw one guy who did the old V8, the 8V72. The guys who run those engines just love them to death. Like I said, the X15 engine I have in here has been ultra reliable. The only engine I've had a real problem with since at this company in the Peterbilt has been the APU. That's been the only engine problem I've ever had. But this efficiency engine with the 18 speed, I'm happy with. So, well, there you go. All right, we are Ottawa. O-N-A-W-A, Ottawa, Iowa. Ottawa, Iowa. All right. Enough of that. So like I said, we are going up here to Sioux City. The Pilot Flying J at exit 143. Been to many a times. We're going to stop there for the night. We'll get there in a little over half an hour, about 35 minutes roughly. 34 miles to go. We are sitting at 535.6 miles done for the day. We left Okmulgee, Oklahoma this morning after getting loaded in Sulphur Springs, Texas and making it up there last night. So we came up through the rest of Texas into Oklahoma. This morning it was the remainder of Oklahoma into Kansas, then into Missouri, then into Iowa, where we are now. Let's see, we're at mile marker 110 at the moment. Well, you know, the thing with the engine having a lot of power, you know, that's all good and well, but it's how you get that power to the ground that's more important to me. You know, the first 2 trucks I drove, automatic transmissions. Low speed control absolutely sucked. When you're trying to maneuver in a tight space and the ground's a little bit slippery or uneven, you know, controlling the engine at that low speed was horrible. The computer's always trying to decide what's best, what's not. You know, I'm the driver. I'll determine what's best. That's why I like driving a manual. When I need to have more power, I need to have higher RPMs, I need to run at lower RPMs and just loop along. I prefer that control over just raw horsepower and raw torque. Yeah, I always want more of that, of those two things, but how I get it to the ground, that's more valuable to me. Alrighty. Get from behind this guy here. It'd be awful nice to be spending all my days just RVing. I'd really enjoy that. But I'm a trucker now, so this is what I gotta deal with. You know, I watch a lot of RV channels, and you know, I listen to them, you know, talk about the space they have, and you know, the issues they have, you know, being in an RV full time, or a van, or a modified school bus, travel trailer, or whatnot. Oh, I don't have the space, to the space, or less than most of those channels do. I barely have room to stand up and change a pair of pants. Slow Momentum. How are you doing, sir? Go check out Slow Momentum's channel. He's almost a trucker. I kid because I love. He's out there moving freight like we all are. Doesn't matter you do it in a dually pickup or in a big Peterbilt, you're still doing the work. Heading home, all right, look at you. So go check out Slow Momentum's channel. I think he has stuff to offer. I think he has insights. I think he puts out some good stuff. Like I said, we're just making our way north here in Iowa. 2 RVs to Texas. I guess you're talking, what, 19 foot, 20 foot max? Well, see, I got regular work trailers, you know, residential style work trailers. I got 8 of those on my trailer. We're going up to Orange City, Iowa. Well, you can, but you have to have a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, because they changed the rules a while ago, like last year. And I had done live stream from the GoPro. I did about 11 or 12 of them from the GoPro. Then all of a sudden, you know, they changed the rules. You need 1,000 subscribers to do it from a mobile device. So after I hit 1,000 subscribers again, then I can do it again from the GoPro. miles to go, baby. Oh, so you're running a convoy. Okay. What make and model are they? You running like a Montana or an Avalanche or what are you running there? $14.11, yeah, just on the GoPro app. Yeah, you just hooked up to it. You move it to the side. You move over to the right where it has a selection, and you hit set up live stream. You go through the where you want it to go to Facebook or to YouTube, or I think there's a couple other selections here, Instagram and whatnot. Gulf streams. Oh, nice. Nice. And then you just set it up, and then you make moves. I prefer doing it through the GoPro and for the live stream driving down the road, because as good as the camera may be on the phone, the waviness that comes through it, not for me. I just give people my crappy attitude and poor content, but I give them quality pictures. Yeah, Gulf streams are pretty decent, but I'm still an Airstream guy. If I get an RV, it's going to be an Airstream. I don't need that much room in an RV. I mean, it's nice clouds and exterior TVs, 9-foot seats. I don't need the biggest kitchen in the world, but I want a kitchen I can stand up in. Airstream is tall enough for me. It's big enough for everything that I want to do, because if I'm RVing, I want the comforts of glamping, not just camping, glamping, but at the same time, more times outside. That's my way of RVing. Get around this guy here, nice and safe. See that Mountaineer right there, 30 foot about, that's about as large as I would want. 30 foot, that's about the max you really need or want. It's big enough to take everything you want, bicycles and kayaks, whoever knows what. You have enough room to, to have a separation between the bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen, the living room. And then, have an awning over the outside, but you get down to the Airstream too. Yeah, exactly. And even if you're outside, it's nice warm weather and you're all alone boondocking, grab a bar of soap and take nature's shower right there. most of the time, you know, campfire, out looking at nature, taking pictures, hiking, seeing the scenery. Hey Nathaniel, hey, no problem. Keep yourself safe, and talk to you later, brother. Like I say, for me, you know, if I'm gonna go with like a Class A or like a Super C, I'm gonna go with a Peterbilt, like 389. Stretch that out so it hits the 45-foot max length. Do it all custom body and interior, you know, for the living quarters and, you know, all the storage outside, whatnot. Or I'm going to go with a decent pickup, you know, a 4-door dually, a 30-foot Airstream preferably, but a 30-foot travel trailer. You know, generators, solar panels, all the stuff that you need. Pardon me. But you know, nothing too complicated. I don't need all the slide outs. I don't need all that, you know. I need enough storage space for my stuff, and everything else is good to go. But other than that, you know, I'm not too particular. Just have a good night there, Nathaniel. I'll talk to you later. Winnebago Tribe Casino. Now, supposedly, I don't have any real confirmation of it. Supposedly, a branch of my family has a little bit of Winnebago Indian. I think it's only by marriage, not by any kind of real blood. But as far as I'm aware, it's only a bit of rumor right now. All right, sir, just be safe out there. Have a good ride with you and the missus. And just, you know, keep the shiny side up, like they say. Talk to you later, man. So, like I said, we have about 16 miles to go. Oh, pardon me. Ah, excuse me. Oh, man alive. A little bit of the hiccups. So just about 15 minutes and we are going to be stopping up here. We already have a space reserved for us, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh man. We grab a hose here, get a little stuffy around here. So not too far off to our left here, off to the west, is South Dakota. And Everything off to the north and east of us and south of us is pretty much Iowa. We're just going to keep trudging along. Last couple of minutes, last quarter hour to go. And then tomorrow, we're about 50 miles away from our delivery, so just about an hour. We'll make our delivery. Then we will find out where we're going to go for our next load. Which we had a load assigned, but the receiver decided they couldn't wait another 24 hours, well, less than 24 hours. So they called off the load. They said, we're going to drive the 100 miles to Sioux City to pick it up ourselves. So the load I already had scheduled is now gone. So we're just going to give a call in the morning once we get unloaded. We're probably going to be going over to Dubuque or down to Moline, Illinois, or to Davenport, Iowa, to pick up some stuff from the John Deere factories in those locations and bring them up to Waterloo, to the drop yard for other drivers to come take. At least that's the tentative thing that I was told, but that might change. We don't know. Wow, nobody at this rest area? Nobody there. Looks like that way station on the other side is closed. Which I really don't mind. I really don't mind. Alrighty. 10 miles to our exit. Alright. This is Salix, S-A-I, or L-I-X, S-A-L-I-X, Salix, which, if anybody knows their, I believe it's Greek, his Greek mythology, Salix was a woman or a group of women who had something tragic happen to them, and they were, for some reason they were crying. I gotta read it. I'm not up as I should be, but for some reason these women were crying, and the gods decided that because they were so vain and thinking their pain was so great, they would be forced to be weeping forever. So they turned them into weeping willow trees. And a willow tree, the Latin name or the Greek name is Salix. A little bit of knowledge from me to you. Not 100% correct, but close enough. So we're just passing Salix, Iowa. few more minutes up here and we are where we need to be for the night. Gonna make ourselves some dinner. We'll try to get another video edited tonight and put out there. We are at episode 131, which should be January the 20th. So I believe so. Since we're doing a wide load coming out of Casa Grande, New Mexico, going back to Texas. And we were waiting for permits there that weekend because we didn't get them on Friday. Just the way it was, blah, blah, blah. So I think that's the next episode, episode 131. And I believe we did make progress down the road a little bit later than we wanted to, but we got out of Arizona, if I remember correctly. And if we have a really good signal for internet tonight, I might actually be able to get 2 videos done tonight. I don't know. And it's always a fight. You know, stopping a day, get the truck settled down, you know, give myself a shower, give myself dinner, all the other correspondence I got to do, get video off of video cards, and then try to edit and hopefully have a good signal. And you never know what's coming down the road. But we'll do what we can. We'll do what we can. Five miles to go. Thank you very much. I wouldn't have known that otherwise. Rest area. Pardon me. Sioux Gateway Airport. All right. We'll do 168 miles for the day. A little bit more than I thought I was going to do, but we had a detour, down in Kansas, so we had to go around, which added about 25 miles to my day, but whatever. Otherwise, we would already have been parked for a little while already. But change that, so we're gonna keep on keeping on. Speed limit is 55. We're gonna slow ourselves down here. up ahead. And that's what these two signs say. There's a merge and a merging lane sign here. You got the flashing sign as well. Hard Rock Hotel Casino. Wendy's Green Light Truck Wash. So, Sioux City, Iowa. Here we are. Is that exciting? You got the Loves, you got the Pilot. I don't know if there's any parking at Murphy, USA. I've never. Let's see if this Hirschbach trailer is still here. The last couple of times I've been a little bit of McDonald's here.
Turn it right on Boulevard.
I do not see it. I think it might be gone finally. I think it might actually be gone now. All right.
Turn at the first left
Alrighty.
on York Street.
Let's go into park. Just here on my feet as soon as we come in. And we are not going to try to be a super truck and blind to be showing for awesome driving skills. Super awesome skills late. And mere fact, I'm not going to hit anybody. I think we'll Oh, bad guys. Know what Mark, won't leave, but I've for the for this spot I'm getting. Come on, back it up there. Not that cold. Just a bit impatient. Is taking way too. Come on, swing. Now follow it in. Jimmy is their truck 2 freaking times. You get in an angle. Now you have no room to maneuver your front. Why switch to bad reaction? It's like that because of one who will be goofing off those parts. From the because it's around. All right. Five spots to park it in. It's not tough. Give up entirely. 1, 2, 3, 4, actually 6 spots. 6 spots to park this. And they can't do it. Really not. I'm driving a split trailer. I have to be more careful with my time than he does. 6 spots to maneuver into. And he can do it. understand. Give me a little bit self in here. Computer built this one code. What these people get. And Mr. Swift up there. That's it. Go around and let's try it again. You can get a little bit of help. I will get out and help you. Yeah. All right. Not that difficult. Let's take a look at our load real quick. There we go. Trailers are still happy. I mean, to